Burkina Faso is making a bold statement to the world, loud and clear. This nation is standing on its own 2 feet, proving that it doesn't need handouts or foreign aid to thrive. On Friday, January 31st, 2025, something remarkable happened. Governor Mariama Konaté stepped forward to show the world that Burkina Faso is moving forward, not looking back. This is a nation reclaiming its independence, one field at a time. And at the heart of this movement, a leader who refuses to accept limitations. A leader who doesn't just talk about change, he makes it happen. Captain Ibrahim Traore is steering the country towards self-sufficiency, and the results are nothing short of extraordinary. Now, let's take a journey to the vast plains of Banzon. Here, the land is alive with promise. The wheat and rice fields stretch endlessly, glowing under the golden sun. But these crops aren't just growing, they're thriving. They're proof of what happens when bold leadership meets action. This isn't just farming, it's a transformation, a movement, a revolution. In 2024, something massive happened. Instead of waiting for change, Captain Traore made it happen. 400 brand new tractors rolled into the country, ready to supercharge food production. And today, the impact is undeniable. Banzon's farmlands, covering an impressive 450 hectares, have dedicated 100 hectares exclusively to wheat, a first in Burkina Faso's history. For too long, Africa has imported wheat, spending billions on foreign grain when fertile land sat waiting to be used. But not anymore. Not under this leadership. Burkina Faso is rewriting the rules, proving that Africa has everything it needs to feed itself. No more reliance on outside forces. No more vulnerability to fluctuating global markets. No more waiting. And this isn't just about agriculture. The ripple effect of this transformation is spreading fast. Jobs are being created at every level. Farmers, transporters, millers, traders. Everyone is benefiting. Rural economies are coming to life as people find new opportunities right in their own communities. Markets are thriving. The sight of fresh, locally grown wheat and rice filling stalls and shops is more than just a visual victory, it's a powerful declaration of self-reliance. The energy on these farms is electrifying. Farmers are working with pride, driven by optimism. They know this isn't just another government program, this is real, lasting change. Even cooperative leaders like Mr. Mamouni Kabre can feel it. His excitement is contagious. The farmers under his leadership are motivated, energized, and ready to take Burkina Faso's agricultural sector to new heights. And they're not doing it alone. The government isn't just handing them equipment and walking away. It's equipping them with knowledge, training, and confidence. Because true empowerment isn't just about tools, it's about skills that last for generations. But here's where things get even more exciting. A major player in the food industry, Les Moulins du Sahel, has stepped in with a game-changing commitment. They're buying the entire wheat harvest, every single grain. This isn't just about growing food anymore. This is about industrialization, about building a sustainable, homegrown economy where Burkina Faso isn't just a consumer, it's a producer. Can you imagine a future where Burkina Faso no longer has to import staple crops? Where every African nation follows this example, breaking free from dependency? This isn't just a milestone for one country, it's a wake-up call for an entire continent. Burkina Faso is proving to the world that with the right leadership, self-sufficiency isn't just possible. Other nations are watching, realizing that they too can take charge of their food production. But let's pause for a moment and think beyond agriculture. This revolution is about something deeper, something bigger. This is about national pride, about taking back control, about proving that Burkina Faso will not be dictated by global food markets. No more sudden price spikes, no more shortages, no more waiting for outside help. The country is taking control of its own future. And the impact? It's everywhere. Young people in rural areas now have real jobs, keeping them close to home instead of forcing them to migrate in search of work. Families are finally able to afford nutritious food. Businesses are thriving because they no longer have to rely on expensive imports. This is more than farming. This is nation building. And it doesn't stop here. By growing its own wheat, Burkina Faso is also making a huge impact on the environment. Importing food means burning massive amounts of fuel, cargo ships, freight trucks, planes, all leaving behind pollution. But with local production, the carbon footprint shrinks. Less fuel, less waste, a cleaner, greener future. Burkina Faso is breaking free. No more reliance on unpredictable food markets. No more being at the mercy of rising prices and global supply chain disruptions. The country is taking charge of its own future, and the results are impossible to ignore. Imagine the young people in villages who now have real jobs, no longer needing to leave their hometowns in search of work. Imagine families who can finally afford to eat well because food is grown locally and costs less. Imagine businesses that once depended on expensive imports, now thriving with fresh supplies straight from Burkina Faso's own farms. This isn't just about growing crops, it's about transforming lives. This is what real leadership looks like. A government that doesn't just make promises, but delivers results. A leader who doesn't just talk about change, but makes it happen. Captain Ibrahim Traore has done just that. His vision isn't just words on paper, it's turning into action, shaping the future of Burkina Faso in ways no one thought possible. And the impact doesn't stop at food security. By producing its own wheat and rice, Burkina Faso is cutting down on harmful emissions from food imports. Fewer cargo ships, fewer trucks burning fuel, and a smaller carbon footprint. This is agriculture done right, not just for today, but for generations to come. The momentum is undeniable. Burkina Faso is proving to the rest of Africa that food sovereignty isn't just an idea, it's a reality that can be achieved with the right leadership, the right policies, and the determination to succeed. There is no more room for dependency on foreign wheat and rice. The land is fertile, the people are ready, and most importantly, the leadership is strong. Today, the nation stands proud. Today, the people celebrate. And today, they thank the man leading the charge, President Ibrahim Traore. His vision, his dedication, and his bold actions are proving that Burkina Faso is unstoppable. But that's not all. On Friday, January 31st, 2025, a powerful moment unfolded. The governor of the Haut-Bassin region, Madame Mariama Konaté, visited the wheat fields of Banzon to see the transformation firsthand. What she witnessed left her in awe. Stretching across 450 hectares, the Banzon-managed plain has become a symbol of progress. 100 hectares are now dedicated to wheat production, something that had never been done before in this region. This isn't just another farming project, it's a groundbreaking step toward true food independence. During her visit, Governor Konaté met with the farmers leading this movement. Among them was Mr. Moumouni Kabre, president of the local cooperative. His excitement was evident. "We are ready to do even more," he said with confidence, praising the government's support and the resources provided to help farmers succeed. The governor nodded in agreement. Walking through the fields, she could see it for herself. Wheat plants, strong and healthy, right at the spawning stage. This meant only one thing. The farmers were following expert advice, applying the right techniques, and seeing real results. This is proof that when farmers have the right support, they can achieve great things, encouraging them to keep up the momentum. But her visit didn't stop at the fields. She also toured the irrigation project that is making all of this possible. With better water management and infrastructure, the farms are thriving in ways they never have before. The journey continued as she met with the Union of Women's Rice Growers in Banzon. She listened, she learned, and she acknowledged the incredible work being done by the community. At every stop, one message was clear. This is more than just farming. This is about unity, about standing together to build something greater. Governor Konaté reminded everyone that their success is part of a bigger vision, one that aligns with the leadership of President Traoré. By her side were key figures driving this movement forward, including the Regional Director of Agriculture, and representatives from Les Moulins du Sahel, the wheat flour company that has committed to purchasing this season's entire harvest. Burkina Faso is rewriting its future, and it's happening right before our eyes. During a recent visit to the wheat fields of Banzon, government officials, industry leaders, and farmers gathered to witness a transformation in the making. The regional director took the opportunity to engage directly with the farmers, answering questions and explaining the government's long-term vision for wheat production. Among the attendees was a representative from Les Moulins du Sahel, a major wheat processing company. He expressed his gratitude for being included in this historic visit and confirmed an exciting commitment. His factory will purchase the entire wheat harvest this season. For the governor, this visit was more than just an inspection. It was a chance to highlight the incredible progress being made in local wheat production, while also identifying the challenges that need to be addressed to ensure long-term success. But this isn't just about one visit. This is part of something much bigger. When President Captain Ibrahim Traore took the stage to speak about the Banzon wheat and rice cultivation project, his words carried weight. "Today I stand before you with immense pride," he declared. "Burkina Faso is entering a new era of agricultural transformation, one that will define our future for generations to come." His message was clear. This is about more than just crops. This is about food security, self-sufficiency, and economic independence. The vast plains of Banzon, now home to thriving fields of wheat and rice, are proof that Burkina Faso has everything it needs to feed itself. No more looking outward. No more waiting on foreign markets. No more spending billions importing food that can be grown right here. Back in 2024, the government made a bold move. It didn't just talk about investing in agriculture, it acted. 400 brand new tractors were brought in to give farmers the tools they needed to increase production. Today, the results are undeniable. Across 450 hectares of farmland, 100 hectares are now fully dedicated to wheat production, a first in Burkina Faso's history. For too long, African nations have depended on imported food, while our own fertile lands remained underused, President Traore stated. But today, we say no more. No more room for foreign wheat and rice in Africa. It's time to produce what we eat and eat what we produce. The impact of this movement goes far beyond farming. It's breathing life into rural communities. It's creating thousands of new jobs, from harvesting and transportation to food processing and distribution. Markets are now filled with fresh, homegrown produce. The sight of locally grown wheat and rice on display is more than just a sign of progress. It's a symbol of resilience, strength, and the undeniable potential of the Burkinabe people. The farmers leading this charge feel the shift happening. Mr. Mouni Kabra, the president of the local cooperative, expressed his overwhelming satisfaction. He and his fellow farmers are not just participants in this movement, they are the driving force behind it. And they're not alone. The government has provided more than just modern equipment. It has also invested in training, technical expertise, and financial support, ensuring that farmers have everything they need to succeed. Even Governor Mariama Konate Nianu was amazed during her visit. As she walked through the fields, she saw healthy wheat plants thriving at the spawning stage, a clear sign that farmers are applying the best agricultural techniques. "This is what happens when we trust in our people and invest in their potential," she remarked. But the impact doesn't stop at the farms. This initiative is strengthening more than just agriculture. It's fueling Burkina Faso's industrial sector as well. A major wheat processing company, Les Moulins du Sahel, has made a game-changing commitment. Every single grain of wheat harvested this season will be bought, processed, and used within our borders. This isn't just about growing food, it's about building a system where our wheat doesn't just fill our plates but fuels our industries. Now, picture a Burkina Faso where imported food is no longer a necessity. Imagine an Africa where every country follows this example, taking charge of its own food supply and no longer relying on expensive imports. This isn't just a win for one country. It's a movement, a shift that will inspire the entire continent. Burkina Faso is proving that food independence is not just an idea, it's something real, something achievable with the right leadership and vision. But this isn't just about agriculture. This is about something much bigger. It's about dignity. It's about standing strong and declaring that Burkina Faso will no longer be at the mercy of unstable food markets, unpredictable price hikes, or supply chain disruptions beyond our control. No more being forced to depend on outside forces for something as basic as food. Burkina Faso is taking back its power. And the impact? It's already being felt. Young people in rural areas are finding real job opportunities right in their own communities. Instead of leaving in search of work, they're part of something meaningful, growing, harvesting, transporting, and processing food that strengthens the nation. Families who once worried about rising food prices can now access fresh, locally grown wheat and rice at affordable costs. Businesses that previously relied on imported supplies now have steady, local sources to keep their operations running. This is not just about farming, it's about reshaping lives, boosting the economy, and building a stronger nation. And let's not forget the environmental impact. Producing our own food means fewer cargo ships, fewer trucks, and fewer harmful emissions polluting the air. It means less reliance on fossil fuels, a lower carbon footprint, and a future where sustainability isn't just a concept, it's a reality. Burkina Faso isn't just changing its own future, it's lighting the path for the rest of Africa. If you enjoy this video, be sure to hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe.